Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. I got a letter, and this one is not too bad, actually. This comes from a longtime subscriber. I'm not going to get into any names or anything like that. I think privacy should be respected. So let me just get right into it here. He says, "Hello, Scott. I've written you a few times in the past with Thai women issues. This time I have a different story to relate. As you are aware, I was living in Samut Songkhram for 6 months, teaching English until November 2016. I don't remember any specifics or anything like that, but I do remember the guy because I remember his handle, and I remember him writing me a few times, definitely. But other than that, I can't really remember what I had for dinner last night, so forgive me, but I have since returned to the U.S. for the first time in 20 years to live and work. I spent half my life in Canada, which I hated from day 7 in that wretched place of a country. It's been 1 year now, and I'm still not assimilated into the USA, even though I'm an ethnic American. That sounds so funny. I'm ethnic American. Back in August, I went to Thailand for a 1-week holiday. As soon as I stepped off the plane, I felt I was home, and when I arrived at customs, the officer said to me, "Welcome home," as he saw I had an expired Thai immigrant visa from last year. I think you mean a non-immigrant visa. But anyway, and also, Thais are known for being polite and friendly. I wouldn't put too much weight on the, "Hey, welcome home, buddy." I mean, I get told I'm a Thai all the time by people. They're, "Oh, you've been here so long now. Oh, you are Thai people now." And while I am happy with that, and when I go outside of the country or when I've gone with fighters somewhere or something like that, and somebody says something about Thailand, I almost always try to stand up for them, or try to explain why things are the way they are. And, that's not to say that for me, I mean, I'll always be American, and that's just the way it goes. I mean, I was born in America, and, I don't consider myself to be a Thai. But I can say, in all honesty, that Thailand is my second home. So, and I have an affinity for nice Thai people and the culture, and, it is what it is. Anyway, I digress. Now I plan to make the permanent move to Thailand, but before I leave, I've been saving as much money as possible to have a cushion so I don't have to worry about finances when I arrive. He did not tell me how much of a cushion he's talking about. Because for some guys, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to have quite a cushion there. It's $3,000. For, others, it's, I got 300 grand. So, whatever. He's just saying he wants to save a little bit of money. I plan to teach English. I know this is not a lot of money in terms of salary, but it will give me something to do instead of getting wasted every evening. And actually, teaching English can cover at least a portion of your bills, if not all of your bills, depending on how you're living. So, it's not a bad thing at all. I'm 39 and a university grad. Wait a minute. Let me see here. Okay. I have a friend whom I've been talking with for over a year. Now it seems to be getting a little serious. I'm 39, university grad. She's 23, university grad. And she has asked me to marry her and come live with her where she lives, which I'm not going to get into that. She says she's been played 3 times too many by Thai men and just wants someone to be serious with her. She's a good girl, doesn't have any interest in leaving Thailand, and says she wants to stay close to her family. Now, that's fairly common. A lot of people, a lot of Thai women, they're like, "Hey, I don't want to go anywhere. It's going to be painful for me to leave my family," So that's one advantage that people who stay here have over the people who are like, "I'm going to come there, I'm going to see her, we're going to get married, and she's going to move back to the United States, or she's going to move to the UK, or wherever it might be." if you're living here, I think you have an advantage because they don't always want to leave. Contrary to what people may think, it's not always about green card. Green card, that's not really true here. To me, she's very simple. Is always home with her parents. Since she doesn't work, she never asks for money and won't accept when I suggest to send to her. And she answers my texts immediately, no matter what time of the day I send them. Do you think it's worth the shot? Now, this is interesting because there are some things that he's left out, like, okay, she's 23 and a university grad, but why is she not working? Usually, when a Thai woman, or just about anybody, usually when they get out of school, they either have a reason why they're not going to work, or they go to work, or they try to find a job right away. And then the other thing is, okay, so maybe she's living with, her family, and she doesn't have to go to work right away. She's looking for the job that fits her or whatever. I can understand that. That happens. So that doesn't negate her not working at the age of 23 after she's graduated. Does not necessarily mean that, she's hanging around being lazy. There could be many, many reasons, but he's left that out. For whatever reason, maybe he doesn't really know. Now, the other thing is that while he said, where is it here? I have a friend who I've been talking with over a year, and now it seems to be getting a little serious. I don't know, but I just get the feeling that by friend, he means he's got to know her online. He's never met her. I don't think there's anything here that says, I met the family or anything like that. So I think some of the things are their assumptions. And he did send me a photo of her, and I'm assuming it's her father. And she does look like a decent Thai girl. She's not in any way dressed in a manner that might lead you to believe that, she's kind of like a little bit racier than what she's leading on to be, or anything like that. She seems like I would say, I don't want to call her plain, because, I could see, maybe she's cute, I don't know. Maybe some guys can think she's a little cute, I would say that. She's not real cute. She's not, like, gorgeous, but she's kind of a little plain. Maybe a plain Jane with a little sparkle in her smile. Something like that. So, I don't really think, it's really hard to say, but I don't know, because if he has gone to Thailand or come to Thailand and he's actually spent time with her, I think that's a little bit different. And then maybe they're just friends, and now it's starting to come, oh, I've missed you so much, you don't know how I feel about you, and we really need to think about getting married because I'm a good girl, and, I want a family, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I can understand that. But if it's just the online thing, and you're just getting to know her, first of all, she's 23, so she's still a little bit young, and I dare say that she's, although she may come off as mature at times, I'm going to say from experience that she's probably not matured yet, because I know a good deal of women who are 23, they can go to work, they can do everything, but when it comes down to certain situations, they just haven't matured mentally. They're like little kids sometimes. But okay, that they'll grow out of that, they'll grow up generally, so I don't think that's a problem. But the bottom line is this. Now, this guy has written me quite a few times, and I don't believe he was a Chowderhead. I think he got himself, if I remember correctly, he got himself into a couple situations with Thai women that he would have preferred he didn't get into. But I would say that if you're coming here and you're going to be living here, I don't know that I would move there for her and say, oh, let's get married, if you've just been talking to her online. I would spend some time with her. I'd hang out with her. I'd go about doing what you do, whether you're working in Bangkok or in Chiang Mai or wherever you might be. I would just take my time, go see her once in a while, until it gets to the point where you both just can't stand being apart from one another, but get to know her. Because it doesn't sound to me like you really know her. Now, I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it sure doesn't seem that way from what you wrote me. And I would say that the chances are, if you had met her in person and talked to her family and spent a lot of time with her, you would have said this. And the fact that you call her a friend as opposed to a girlfriend or a girl you're dating or something like that, leads me to believe that you haven't slept with her and that you really are not that close. You're not that intimate with her, aside from the words that you might say online. So, do I think it's worth the shot? Yes. Do I think you should take your time? Yes. And if I remember you correctly, you didn't really have any problems getting the girls. It was you seemed to get the wrong type of girls. Now, she doesn't seem, from looking at her, I could be wrong, but just from the one photo that you sent me, I would say she doesn't seem like the other girls that you were around or with. But it's only a photo. Get to know her. Spend the time. Don't rush anything. And one thing I think I remember with you is that you always had a girl. You always had some kind of a girlfriend. Like you had to. You needed it. Now, I could be wrong because I haven't looked at your previous emails. I really don't remember them, word for word. But she looks like a decent girl. I mean, she's a decent looking girl. And I would say if you want to take the shot, go for it. Just take your time. Be smart. Don't jump into anything, and go visit her, sleep with her, and then, the next day, I think we need to get married. Let's just have a 1-year engagement. Don't do that. Don't do that, because then you are tied down to her. You can always say goodbye, but she's going to expect you to follow through. And, if she does something you don't like and you start going, I can't do this, it's quite a bit more difficult, especially if you're living with her, to say, arrivederci. Then, if you just say, hey, let's take it easy, you be honest with her and say, I really want to take this slow. I want to get to know you for a year or two. And, you can tell her, I want to take my time to get to know you. And Thai women understand that. They do know that. If she forces you and keeps saying, no, we need to get married. No, we need to get married. I really want to get married. I can't sleep with you until we get married and stuff like that. You're going to have to, you're at the fork in the road and you're going to have to decide what you do. So, anyway, that's all I got. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di lat jerk and mai. And by the way, click like, click share. Don't forget my other channel. They call me Farang. Hey, hit my t-shirt site at AmericanInThailand.com. Don't forget about my books. Go to Amazon, just type in my name. I'm right there. It's in the description also. Patreon, PayPal. There's all kinds of ways that you can help support me and keep this channel going. Because, it helps, okay? So anyway, that's all I got. And, yeah. What else? Choke the lat jerk and mine. But jerk and mine. Yeah, okay.